Welcome to this tutorial on C Constructors. We will explore what constructors are, how they work, and why they are crucial in setting up your objects.
A constructor in C# is a method in the class which gets executed when a class object is created. Writing a constructor in the class is pretty simple. The name of the constructor is always the same name as the class. Unlike methods, constructors do not have a return type, not even a void. Types of constructors: parameterless constructor, parameterized constructor, and default constructor. When we create a constructor without parameters, it is known as parameterless constructor. Constructor will be called whenever an object is created. A constructor can also accept parameters. It is called parameterized constructor. And here we are passing values to the constructor. We must pass the same number of parameters and type of values. In this example, we have not created any constructor in the class. However, C# automatically creates a default constructor. The default constructor initializes the properties with the default value. In some cases, when a constructor parameter has the same name as an instance variable, and when we create an object by passing values to the constructor, those values are not assigned to the instance variable. This is because C# gets confused between the parameter name and instance variable name. We can overcome this issue by using this keyword. This keyword refers to the current instance of the class. This .firstName refers to the instance variable firstName. Without this keyword, it refers to the parameter passed to the constructor. When you create a new instance of a subclass, C# calls the constructor of the base class first and then the constructor of the subclass. For example, first define a person class with a parameterless constructor. Second, define an employee class that inherits from the person class. As you can see from the output, C# executes the constructor of the person class first and then the constructor of the employee class. In fact, C# always calls the parameterless constructor of the base class. Let's consider one more example. Let's add a constructor with the name parameter to both person and employee classes. In this case, C# executes parameterless constructor of the person class and then the constructor with a parameter of employee class. If we remove the parameterless constructor of the person class and the employee class, then you will get an error. This is because when you create a new instance of the employee class, C# calls a parameterless constructor of the person class. However, it cannot find a parameterless constructor in the person class, therefore it issues an error. We have a base class called person. It has three properties: first name, last name, and age. And there's a calculated property called full name that combines the first and last names. And we have a derived class called employee. It inherits from the person class. Additionally, it has two more properties: job title and salary. The employee class has a special constructor that takes 5 parameters. And this constructor calls the person class constructor using the base keyword. This way, when you create an employee object, it also sets person related properties, first name, last name, and age from the person class. That is, when you create an employee, you are also creating a person with few extra features like job titles.